To make rapid progress in 2024, you need to do something different, and it starts with recognizing the gravity of selection and where you are today. If you're out of shape or far from your goal, you should feel anxious about the obstacles ahead. Where most guys go wrong is that they dwell in that state of panic, research every last bit of the pipeline, and meanwhile ignore the one factor which will give them a shot: their physical fitness. If that sounds like you, it's actually not a bad thing. It means you care, but you just don't know how to start. I want you to take that nervous energy and turn it into something constructive. And it starts with shrinking your time horizon. Rather than thinking in terms of months, think about what you need to accomplish this week. Here's a basic example: 2 strength sessions and 3 cardio sessions. I'll share the details later, but you can definitely hit the standards with this routine. Now, before you say that's impossible or you need to run 50 miles per week, you are fundamentally mistaken. There is training the fitness necessary for selection, and then there's training for selection. First, you need to build a base of strength and endurance, which to start does not require more than 5 hours per week. And even this is really surprising to many. Most don't realize powerlifters can do as few as 2 working sets of deadlifts per week and still add weight to the bar every time. But how is that the case when 90% of people who go to the gym look the same or worse year after year? The difference is, everyday people are exercising, they're not training. If you've played sports, you know what it means to train. You do drills, you watch film, you sharpen your skills, and it's all to peak on that one day. If you apply that kind of mindset, you're halfway there. The other side is having clear outcomes and targets you're supposed to hit. Here's an example of Monday's training day. The full program is at the link in the description. This session can easily be completed in under an hour, but it's still very hard. The reason why it's hard is your target is progressive overload, meaning every session you should aim to add more weight or do more reps. For beginners, this will come easy at first, but once the weights start getting heavier, training will force changes to your lifestyle. What I mean is, if last time you hit 225 for 3 sets of 5 on squats and just barely hit that last rep, your job is to hit a 6th rep this time. The way you do that is to eat and sleep well the night before, hydrate, and come to the gym ready to attack the weights and set new PRs. I want you to contrast this with the last session you hit in the gym. 90% of people go into the gym tired, having slept and ate like garbage, and do what they feel like, not what they need to. Or on the off chance they do have a program, they have no weight target and no intensity. That is the difference between training and exercising. At some point in your journey, you are going to plateau. It happens to everyone. How you respond to this is what separates those who burn out and leave comments like this, and those who stick with it and accomplish what others believe is impossible. But first, recognize there's a good chance you're not even plateaued. That same anxious voice in your head that caused you to panic at the start will also be in your ear and saying you're not doing enough. It'll say you need to do some funky program from Instagram, start running 10 miles per day, and also start eating paleo so you can get to 8% body fat. Most of the time, that voice is wrong. When you hear that voice, I want you to stick to your current routine for 1 more week. But during that week, I want you to double down on the basics: your good sleep, nutrition, and hard effort. The problem with listening to that voice is it results in what I call schizophrenic training. It's the training equivalent of a yo-yo diet. Usually, it starts when you miss a day or 2 and then decide to make up 2 or 3 sessions in one day because you feel guilty. When you do that, you get ultra sore, your training the next 2 days suffers, you get feelings of self-doubt, then you get a burst of motivation after taking a day off because you feel guilty for not training, and then the cycle repeats. Don't fall into that trap. If you are truly plateaued though, I do recommend taking a deload. If you're doing the routine I have for free in the description, take Thursday and Friday off, do an easy jog Saturday, and then take Sunday off as well. Not only will this allow you to recover, but by the time Sunday comes around, you should be itching to get back to training. When you do, you can either start back on the same routine, or you could add more volume. If you plateaued on strength, add another lift on Tuesday. Or if you're plateauing on endurance, add an easy jog after your Thursday lift. You'll notice I'm making very small tweaks to optimize your training. In the same way that if you have a stomach ache, you don't rush to a doctor for stomach cancer, we shouldn't make drastic adjustments to your training either. After several months and breaking through your first plateau, you're in what I call the boring middle. It's too soon to start the selection-specific workouts in the next step, but you're still at least several months away from selection and need to develop the strength and endurance to be successful. This is where real grit and determination are built. Just listen to this clip of David Goggins.
But how I grew at will was constantly doing these things. To now, it's just life. Then you stop hearing these hacks on this and that. There's no fucking hack, bro. Do it and do it and do it and do it. That's the hack. The hack is gonna fucking suck. And that's what I realized.
Now, as you get closer to selection, you should slowly increase your training volume and begin incorporating selection-specific workouts like this one. I have a full video on the channel if you want to watch. I also recommend you get on a routine like the free one in the description. To learn the smartest way to train for selection, click the video on the screen.